All right, guys, welcome back to another original video of Auto Body Everything. In this video, I'm going to show you a cool trick that I thought up and things actually turned out working out well. And it is using these Rockville 6.5 coaxial component speakers, which are these marine audio pods that you're seeing. And I'm going to replace their woofer with a Memphis 6.5-inch subwoofer. Now, I was actually a little disappointed when I opened up the Rockville pods and checked them out because it was better quality than what I was expecting. So I kind of feel bad replacing this speaker. I was really impressed with the woofer quality. It's super airtight. You push the speaker down and it takes like a minute to come back up. The only thing I didn't like is these wire terminals. The opening is for such a small gauge. I should be able to fit the 10 gauge wire that I have. I'm just gonna have to kind of twist it really tight. This Rockville sticker in the back is actually a really good quality sticker. It's like a thick plastic sticker. These mounts, they swivel. You can turn these mounts around to aim the speaker, and the plastic that the shell is made of, it's a little thin, but that's fine. You can use sound deadening on the inside and just stuff some wadding in there to make it sound a little bit better. But these are going to go mounted on the top of the harness bar behind two front seats in my Acura Integra. Now, the grill seems to be permanently fixed to the 6.5-inch woofer, and the tweeter is built into the grill, as you can see it. And this foam back here, I'm forgetting what it's called right now, but this foam helps it make an airtight, waterproof seal. And I'm gonna recreate another one of those foam gaskets for when I go to install the Memphis woofer into it, so I can also get a nice seal. I'm going to show you that later in the video how I did it, and it came out really well. Because I am not able to use these same grills onto it, I've ordered some other aftermarket grills that fit, and I'm going to show you which ones to avoid that don't fit. Okay, so the first grill, do not buy this grill. I should not put the link to this product because you should not buy it. Is very recognizable when you're searching grills. Don't buy it. I'm gonna show you the grill that you should buy that does fit the speaker and it fits the pod, and I'm gonna give you the link for that product. Okay, grill number 2, buy this grill. This grill I'm gonna give you the product link for in the comment section. This is the one you want to buy. It fits really nicely and it matches the pod aesthetics, so let's move on. Now, even though I'm not technically going to be able to use these Rockville woofers in my wife's SUV, just to not take a hit with money, but they are still worth something. They're still usable. They still have a resale value on the used market, even though this is brand new. And they make perfect backup speakers if something happens to the woofers, or I want to do some weight savings in the car, or whatever the deal is. They're worth either, I would sell both for $40 or just hold on to them. But they're made really good. They're really nice. It has a plastic body, but that's because it's marine grade, less rotting and rusting. So anyways, I'll hold on to these. If anything comes up in the future, I'll share that project with you. All right, so let's take a look at the Memphis. This is a bad boy right here. This speaker by itself weighs more than one of the Rockville pods with its woofer in it out the box. So when you put this Memphis subwoofer inside the Rockville pod, expect some weight. Now, this rubber ring that comes with this Memphis subwoofer, I think traditionally It's meant to hold the grill that Amazon and Crutchville keep advertising with this speaker, but you don't get a grill with it. You have to buy it separately, and I think they're like $15. But you cannot use those grills with this speaker because you have to use this rubber ring to hold the grill on, and this rubber ring isn't going to let you get a airtight, flush, seamless fit into the Rockville pod because it countersinks. And you also want to use the foam neoprene gasket. So that's why we're going to use the grills that I've shown you. So the cone of this subwoofer, or if you just want to call it a dust cap because it's one flush piece, it's polycarbonate or polyurethane, and the back of it is compressed paper, cardboard, but it's really rigid. And I tried flexing it and checking its buoyancy like I did with the Rockville woofer, and it's really solid. It's really, really solid. I've already did a dry bench test with this woofer inside the Rockville pod, but I didn't have the neoprene gasket in it yet, and it was, making the air leak noise, and I was just powering it from the home stereo. It wasn't a car amplifier, but the difference was night and day between the two speakers, and I did not hesitate to continue with the modification. This rubber boot protector that is on the magnet for this Memphis 6.5 subwoofer, if you want to leave it on, you can leave it on. It will fit in the pod with it, but I'm removing mine for weight savings, and also because the pod is kind of a tight enclosure. It's a little bit smaller than what this subwoofer suggests, so I am not including it just so I can get as much space as I can out of the inside of the pod. Now, I don't want to complain too much because these subwoofers at $60 a piece is a pretty good deal. But the rubber ring on this subwoofer doesn't align perfectly with the holes drilled out on the frame. So I did have to get a razor blade and cut some extra material from the rubber out so that the grill can sit on it properly and comfortably, and so that the screws can come down and, pinch the speaker down without it binding up on the edge of the rubber ring and causing any air leaks. Well, to finalize this video, here are the spec sheets for the Memphis 6.5-inch subwoofers and the spec sheets and informational instructions that came with the Rockville 6.5-inch pods. Stick around for part 2, where I'm going to bench test and compare both of these speakers to each other, and then following that we're going to install it into the Integra's harness bar and see how it all sounds. Alright guys, take it easy.